Now next, third property, number 3. Third property is symmetric. Third property is symmetric property. Now we discuss the symmetric property in detail. Symmetric property means if x is related to, if x is related to y, if small x we take, if x is related to y, if x is related to y, then y is related to x. This is the property of symmetry. If x is related to y, then y is related to x. Symmetric means, we know that symmetric means reverse. If x is related to y, then y is related to x. Or otherwise we can take another, or we can write simply like this also. If x comma y, if x comma y belongs to R, if x comma y belongs to R, then y comma x, then y comma x belongs to R, then y comma x belongs to R. So this is the symmetric property. Symmetric property means if x is related to y, then y is related to x. Or we can simply write, if xy is belongs to R, then yx also belongs to R. So it is called a symmetric property. Now we take an example. Suppose for example, if x equal to, if x equal to set of 1 comma 2 comma 3, set of 1 comma 2 comma 3. Now he has given a relation R is a relation with the values of, he has given the values as, he has given the values as 1 to 1 comma 2, he has given the values as 1 comma 2, 1 comma 2. Next another value is 2 comma 3, 2 comma 3. This is the question, 2 comma 3. Next another value is 1 comma 3, 1 comma 3. Next he has given the another value 2 comma 1, 2 comma 1. Next he has given another value 3 comma 2, 3 comma 2. Next he has given another value 3 comma 3, 3 comma 3. So this is the set, this is the problem. He has given the problem this. Now we have to check whether it is symmetric or not. He has given the condition that he has given the relation and also x. X takes the set of the values 1 to 3, and he has given a relation. How he has defined a relation? He has given the values 1 2, 2 3, 1 3, 2 1, 3 2 and 3 3. This is the question of a problem. Now we have to decide whether it is symmetric or not. We already know that the symmetric means if x is related to y, then y is related to x. That means symmetric value. First of all, we see whether it is symmetric or not. Suppose we take one value 1 comma 2. Suppose I take a value 1 comma 2. Now if it is symmetric, then what it must have? Then it must have 1 comma 2. If I have taken, then what is the value I have to be in the set R? 2 comma 1. Now I have 2 comma 1. Is 2 comma 1 present? 1 comma 2 is present. Then the reverse of 1 comma 2, that is 2 comma 1 is present. So it is symmetric. Now I am taking another value that is I have taken 2 comma 3. I am taking 2 comma 3. 2 comma 3. Then what is the number I must have? 2 comma 3 means I must have 3 comma 2 present in the R. Is 3 comma 2 present in R? 2 comma 3 is present in R, then 3 comma 2 is also present in R. Therefore it is symmetric. Now I've taken another example. Next 1 comma 3. If I take 1 comma 3, then 3 comma 1, it is not there. 1 2 3, I have all the elements are fixed or not? 1 2 I have fixed, 2 3 I have fixed. So all the three elements are covered. No, so now no need to see the other elements. Why? Because I have covered 1, 2. I have covered 1, 2. Next I have to cover 2, 3. Here I have covered 2, 3. That's enough. We have to not check other elements. Why? Because I have covered all the three elements. Therefore it is symmetric. Therefore R is symmetric. No need to check other values. Why we have to no need to check other values? Why? Because I am taking x equal to 1 to 3. I have to see consider these three values. I have to check by these three values only. Here I am taking 1 comma 2. Here I am taking 1 comma 2. Next 1 comma 2 means 2 comma 1 must be present here. Why? Because if it is symmetric, then 2 comma 1 must be present. Yes, 2 comma 1 is present. Here 1 2 is present and 2 comma 1 is present. Now I am taking another value 2 comma 3. 2 comma 3 means 3 comma 2 must be present. 3 comma 2 is present. Therefore R is symmetric. Now we are not taking other values. We are not considering other values. Why we are not considering other values? Why? Because we have covered all the three values. I have covered 1, I have covered 2 and I have covered 3. Here I have taken 1, 2. Here I am having 2, 3. So I have covered 1, 2 and 3. Next, so it is, therefore it is symmetric. That means 1, 2 belongs to R. That implies 2, 1 belongs to R. 2, 3 belongs to R. That implies 3, 2 belongs to R. Therefore, the given relation R is symmetric. So this is a best example of a symmetric matrix. Symmetric. So it is a symmetric relation. Symmetric means x is related to y, then y is related to x, or xy belongs to R, then yx belongs to R. So this is the symmetric property. Now we consider another condition, number 4, that is anti-symmetric. Anti-symmetric means if xy belongs to R, then yx does not belongs to R. So this condition is called as anti-symmetric. We already know that symmetric means if xy belongs to R, then yx belongs to R. Now anti-symmetric, that means which is not symmetric. That means if xy belongs to R, then yx does not belongs to R, then it is called as anti-symmetric property. Now we consider one example. I am taking one example, x equal to, let x equal to 1 to 3. And he has given a relation. He will give a relation, or otherwise we can take any relation. He has given a relation that 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 3. The set of 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 3. Now we have to check whether it is anti-symmetric or not. First of all, I am taking 1, 2. If I am taking 1, 2, then what not must be there? 2, 1 does not belongs to R. 1, 2 means the symmetric means 2, 1. 2, 1 belongs to R means symmetric. 2, 1 does not belongs to R means it is anti-symmetric. So 2, 1 does not belongs to R. Therefore it is anti-symmetric. Now I am taking another element 3, 1. Here 3, 1 I am taking 3, 1. If I take 3, 1, then 1, 3 belongs to R, then it is symmetric. If 1, 3 does not belongs to R, then it is anti-symmetric. So here 3, 1 belongs to R, but 1, 3 does not belongs to R. So it is anti-symmetric. Therefore the given relation R is anti-symmetric. Anti-symmetric. So this is the anti-symmetric. Once we recall this once again, anti-symmetric means we already know the symmetric means if xy belongs to R, then yx belongs to R. Anti-symmetric means which is not symmetric. If xy belongs to R, then yx does not belongs to R. Now I take an example of, let x equal to set of 1, 2, 3. Now I have taken one relation, R is the relation, R equal to 1, 2, ordered pair 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 3. Now we will check whether it is anti-symmetric or not. First of all, I am taking 1, 2. If I take 1, 2, then 2, 1 does not belongs to R. Then it is anti-symmetric. So I check whether 2, 1 belongs to R or not. Here 2, 1 is not present in R. Therefore it is anti-symmetric. Now I am taking another element 3, 1. Here 3, 1. If I consider 3, 1, then 1, 3 does not belongs to R. 1, 3 also is not there. If 1, 3 belongs to R, then it is symmetric. If 1, 3 does not belongs to R, then it is anti-symmetric. So 1, 3 does not belongs to R, therefore R is anti-symmetric. Now I have covered all the elements. See, I have covered 1, 2 and 3. Here I have covered 1, 2 and here I have covered 3, 1. So I have covered 1, 2, 3. 3 elements I have covered. So therefore R is anti-symmetric. Anti-symmetric means which is not symmetric. So this is the property of. Now number 5 is transitive property. Number 5 is transitive. Transitive property. What is the transitive property? Transitive property means if x is related to y, if x is related to y and if x is related to y and y is related to z, then x is related to z. This is the property of transitive. Transitive means if x is related to y and y is related to z, then x is related to z. So it is called as transitive property. Or we can write simply like this: if x comma y, if x comma y belongs to R, if x comma y belongs to R, and if x comma y belongs to R and y comma z and y comma z belongs to R, y comma z belongs to R, then what is the condition for transitive? If x comma y belongs to R and y comma z belongs to R, then what is the condition? X, y, y, z. Then now x comma z belongs to R. X comma z belongs to R. So it is transitive property. We can write like this also. Transitive property means if x is related to y and y is related to z, then x must be related to z. Then this is called as transitive property. Or we can write like this also. If xy related to R and yz related to R, then xz must related to R. Then it is called as a transitive property. If we take a small example, if we consider example, suppose if we take an example, 2 comma 3, 2 comma 3, next 3 comma 4, 3 comma 4, 3 comma 4. Then what the value must be there if it is transitive? Transitive means, then transitive means, what is the condition for transitive? If he has given 2, 3, 3, 4, this is xy, this is yz, xy, yz. Then transitive, if it must be a transitive property, then it must have what? Then it must have, if this is xy, this is yz. If it is xy, yz, then xz must be there. Xz means 2 comma 4. Next xz means 2 comma 4. This also must be belongs to the relation. So if 2 3 belongs to R and 3 4 belongs to R, then if it is transitive property, if it becomes a transitive property, then 2 4 must be belongs to R. Then it is a transitive property. Think that it is xy and this is yz. Then what is our condition? Xy, yz. Then xz. Xz means 2 comma 4. That also must belongs to R. So this is the transitive property. It is very important property and easy to understand. Here once again we recall the transitive property. If x is related to y, if x is related to y and y is related to z, then x is related to z, then the property is called as transitive property. Or simply we can write like this also. If xy belongs to R and yz belongs to R, then xz belongs to R, then it is called as transitive property. Simply we can say that if 2 comma 3 belongs to R, 3 comma 4 belongs to R, then if it must be a transitive, then it must satisfy 2 4 must belongs to R, then only it is transitive, otherwise it is not a transitive. 2 3, that means A comma B, next or x comma y, next y comma z, then xz. Xz means 2 comma 4, that also belongs to R, therefore it is a transitive property. So these are the 5 types of properties. Number 1 is reflexive property, number 2 is irreflexive property, number 3 is symmetric property, number 4 is antisymmetric property, and number 5 is transitive property. So these are the 5 properties of the relations. They are very easy to understand, they are easy to write in the point of view of writing examination. We can consider any example and we can prove the properties also. So these are the properties of relations.